we do this? And what are the consequences of this thing? Is it irreversible? Meaning if we do it, we can't fix it. Procedural inevitability. Is it reversible but expensive and costly? And sadly, we don't have governance structures that do these types of things. We don't. The Iroquois did. They called it the seventh generation concept, where they say the decision we're making today, what impact will it have on the seventh generation down the line? So you kind of think to the future and you say that maybe capitalism needs to be changed a little bit to do this. Like imagine if you had a dual monetary system. You had today money and future money. You needed both of them to buy stuff. And so you earn today money just like you do now. You make your podcast and these things and have sponsors and they pay you. But then future money, you can only earn that by doing something good for the world 100 years from now. And so that changes all the things in capitalism. So there's going to be whole companies focused on making future money. So they're doing all this stuff that no one alive today.
This is happening.
Well, no, imagine it as a concept. Well, then we wouldn't have a lot of these short-term problems. Global warming would be inconceivable, or any of these environmental concerns would be inconceivable because, like, you can't make future money if you're destroying the world of tomorrow. You can only make future money by helping the world of tomorrow or building longer-term governance systems. So you get what you pay for in an incentives thing. So I always ask, like, why can't I have a conversation about what we should do with these tools, like what Colossal's building or what we're doing with the plant company? Well, because the incentive system is not set up for that. It's set up for short-term gains. How do we make money as fast as possible, from as many people as possible to maximize our local short-term utility? If the incentives problem is set up that you have to make both short and long-term decisions, then capitalism would be tuned differently, and then people would make different decisions based upon these things. What's cool about Colossal, though, is it does show the art of the possible, and it's one of those few companies where it's so blatantly obvious that there does need to be a conversation. There does need to be a different way of discussing this than how we've historically done these types of discussions. There needs to be a different zeitgeist about these types of things because we're so far removed now from I'm making a cell phone application or I'm making a website or I'm making a Black Rifle coffee or something like that. It's so far removed from that standard thing. You're literally talking about like, hey, what type of animal should we make today? Would you like a turducken? Would you like your jackalope? You could do it if you really wanted to. And I even thought about like, if we made a unicorn, like, would that be like a narwhal with a horn, or is it like more like a rhino? Is it a horn? Is it more like a fingernail that just got really big? Like how would you do that? What would a horse's skull look like to make it like a unicorn? How would that work? You could probably figure it out if you're really motivated to do that. You can make them glow in the dark too if you wanted to. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with these animals. Should you do it? Who gets to say no? When do they get to say no? What conditions do they get to say no? How do they say no? It's an interesting thing. Why don't we talk about that instead of taxes at this rate, or who gets to use this bathroom, or this thing or that thing? It's so exhausting. It's like the same 15 fucking conversations again and again. Meanwhile, the world is moving at this breakneck, blinding speed, and we're getting all these amazing new capabilities and technologies, and we're just stuck in the same 15 conversations.